Or you want to do this one?
But this truck was driven from. No, it was. Oh shit. Wow.
Yeah, but we got a lot of other things going on, man. I can't just be doing demos.
Wow.
How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
I'm Bruce.
Bruce. I think I've heard about you. You from Federal?
Yeah.
You know Derek Centro?
Think
Shorter,
so.
a little bigger, long hair.
I don't think so. Does he work there?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's a kid. He's come to visit before.
Oh, okay. I'm up in Northern California.
Oh, so you work here?
I used to work out of the University Park area.
Okay.
So I did that 508 video.
Yeah. No, someone told me about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, I've seen it from the video too.
Yeah.
The outdoor warning system today. So we are here today to, of course, discuss the outdoor warning system that is currently in development and will be demonstrated this afternoon. As you all know, the city and city council place a strong emphasis on emergency preparedness and ensuring the health and safety of our community at all times. This outdoor warning system is meant to be a tool in the toolbox of our notification systems here in the city. Preparedness is a community-wide effort, so we appreciate you all being here and showing your interest and support of this system. We know that preparedness is a community-wide effort. We're really all in this together. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our project manager, Sammer, to introduce the system, and then our partners will give you a demonstration of the outdoor warning system. So again, thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Mia. There's not much really to add to what Mia mentioned. I just want to emphasize that this is an outdoor warning system. So even though you might hear it inside your house, but it's not guaranteed you hear it inside your house. So this is if you were outside, you could hear it and you could act accordingly based on the message and the tone, and you're gonna get some training when we install the sirens. So we hired MCP to do a sound study within the city to see how many sirens we need to cover the entire city. And they came up with 12 sirens. 6 of them actually will be on the south side. One of them exactly will be inside this yard. And 6 of them will be on the north side of the city. They will be installed sometime next year in 2022, hopefully within the first quarter of 2022. We could start the bidding and installation of those sirens. And again, this is an important project. Everybody is excited about it. It's supported by the City Council, and we look forward to have a successful project that satisfies the purpose of adding another layer of redundancy to our notification system. Brian, if you want to add anything about this siren system,
yes.
Go ahead.
I don't want to forget Federal Signal. We have Bruce and Nick here from Federal Signal. They're providing the equipment for the demonstration today. I want to elaborate something on Mina said as well. A term we've been using is a tool in the toolbox. You already have many systems in place that alert the public. This is going to supplement that or add to it. A couple examples: you have radio, television, Twitter. You do the NOAA All Hazards over the iPod system, which stands for Integrated Public Alert Warning System. And this system integrates in all that. So it isn't like you can't alert the public right now. This is going to add to what you currently have. We referenced Wildfire Education and Outdoor Warning System community meeting tomorrow. We're just touching on it right now. We're going to dive into the weeds on it tomorrow at 10. And the link for that is good.
Yes, so we, Austin here, if you would like more information about the community meetings we have 2 virtual community meetings, one tomorrow, 10 a.m., one Wednesday at 6 p.m. We have a Zoom link that you are able to join and participate. Austin has more information if you'd like to join. And like Brian said, we're going to give a high-level overview this afternoon and then give more further details and background on this project in those community meetings tomorrow and Wednesday.
And we'll entertain any questions you have. We're trying to time it for 4:15, so depending on when we start here, we can do questions after we do the activation. So the purpose of today is to provide a real-world demonstration of what these sirens look like and, more importantly, what they sound like. So, real quick, this is what a siren looks like. Obviously, this is a mobile platform. This isn't a permanent installation. What the city plans to put in is permanent. So, you'll have holes in the ground with these speakers on the top, right? You have a couple cabinets like this mounted on the pole with the batteries, the siren equipment, and we're gonna have a solar panel on. So it's a pretty simple system, pretty self-contained. A couple of the features, and you'll hear this in the demonstration, it can do tone and voice. The tones are to essentially grab your attention, and then the voice follows up the tones and gives people further instruction on what to do. It's being designed as a mission-critical public safety system, so there's going to be many redundancies built into it. This system is going to be running when all the other systems fail. If the power goes out and the cell systems fail, they're not working, this system will still be running. We're going to have grid power, utility power, we're going to have a bank of batteries, and then solar as well if the power is out for an extended period of time. It's going to have security encryption from point to point, so it won't be easily hacked. And again, this is designed for mission-critical public safety system. So, a quick description of what you're going to hear. We're going to start out with a voice message saying this is a test, only a test, and then we're going to do a high-low tone for about 20 seconds, and then wrap it up with the voice message saying this was only a test. So if we're ready, this is the right time.
This is the test for City of Beverly Hills. We'll be conducting a test of pre-recorded messages and tones.
This is a test of the emergency warning system. This is only a test.
If we had a wildfire in the middle of the night, people were sleeping, could we crank this thing up and make it even louder?
You would just start out with it being loud as possible.
But is that as loud as we would go?
It is for a 2,000 watt system. You can go up to 3,200 watts. So
You make a larger siren.
And then you could do that. You could like normally, for which events would it be that you'd be low level? But you could. Like,
And in the meeting tomorrow, we will talk about in-building penetration, and we'll try and define that a little bit better for you, because it will reach in-building, but it's not designed for it. The name of the system is Outdoor Warning System. If you're in a heavily construction building and you're between sirens, you're not next to one, and you got the music turned up in your home, you may not hear this.
And actually, to add on to that
why
question,
there's other
so
methods.
if there were a wildfire get out now scenario, this would be supplemented by the city's public information office sending notifications on your phone, a WIA alert, a wireless emergency alert, which is similar to an Amber Alert, and anyone with a cell phone within the city's boundaries would receive that notice.
But if you're sleeping and your phone's off,
Pretty loud, those Amber alerts. So, yeah, as long as you have not turned the notifications off on your phone. I think most people sleep with their phones in the vicinity. It has a high-pitched tone and a hard vibrate, so it distinguishes from, say, a regular phone call or notification.
And one other thing, the purpose of the tones is you do get more distance with tones, right? You play those very loud as opposed to the voice message, which over distance you're not going to hear as well, right? So
is 3,200 watts, whatever the math is of that, 60% louder than this? Is it linear?
no, not quite.
Twice as loud?
Probably twice as loud.
twice as much.
It's like an exponential curve.
Okay. Off the top of my head, it's probably about, you're getting a 70 dB signal, which is, ambient here might be 50, 55, so you're going to get 70 out to about probably somewhere around 3,000 feet. 3,200 watts would get you out to about 4,000 feet, 4,200 feet.
So if you get further, what would it be louder?
So at 4,200 feet, you would get the 70 dB. This one, you get maybe the 70 dB at, let's call it 3,200.
Or the same spot, what would be the difference?
Not sure.
I can't do the math.
Yeah, I know.
You get
So
70
for
dB
reference-
standing here at 2,000. What would you get at 3,200 standing here?
Probably not going to get a lot of difference just standing right there because most of that sound is going over your head, and it's from 30 or 40 feet tall. A lot of the sound power is all going out over our heads.
So does that improve the in-residence penetration?
Sure. I mean, if you have a house or apartment building that is 1,000 feet away, sure, 3,200 watts is going to get you more sound penetration into that building, and it's going to go further.
But I think also to consider perhaps is the construction of the building, so you might get different penetration on the south end than the north end.
So each building has its own little fingerprint. If this is made with concrete and rebar, it's going to be a lot harder to go in that building than a wooden structure. And if the window's open, it's going to be a lot easier too. And we'll have a table we'll go through tomorrow.
And it depends on the terrain too, right? I mean,
very
if it's
much.
flat versus hills.
And when you measure these systems too, we install them, and when you measure, we try and measure them in line with the siren. Like Bruce said, this is the safe zone. You did not hear how loud it is standing here. If you're standing on the roof of that building up there, it would be much
Right,
louder.
you would perceive it lower if you reach your ear without hearing that down the building on the roof. It'd be a different experience than just standing right here.
Is there anybody who don't like that?
Nobody came running outside.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how many calls we got.
Yeah, I'll go back and let you know.
Any more questions?
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Great, thank you everyone for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Much smaller than a Mod 1, huh? Right? Remember when we were at Blue Valley?
So how do you guys know so much about these? Honestly, just started from no, I live here. I was always here, but I first found out about it because I was watching videos from Siren. It was actually a friend of mine.
The email.
Absolutely.
And when I asked my dad what it was, he told me, and we kind of went from there. That was over a decade ago. I lost interest at one point, got back into it 2 years back.